This is Theodore of Lies of the Devil. Go to liesofthedevil.com. We're at the front line in a spiritual warfare. And it's very serious, people. There's a pastor his name is Andrew Brunson. And he's in Turkey right now. He had a Protestant church. And well, I will just read this article, okay? An American pastor, this is from christiannews.net. Heather Clark, love Heather Clark's writing. An American pastor who has been imprisoned in Turkey since last October is pleading for President Trump and his administration to work fervently for his release. I plead with my government to fight for me. I ask the State Department to impose sanctions. I appeal to the Turkish government and, well, anyway, just don't cooperate with the Turkish government, okay? He wants to get out of there, okay? He was the pastor of Protestant Resurrection Church in Turkey, and the Turkish authorities have detained and or jailed thousands in their efforts to find those behind the failed coup that was held, I believe, in July. And anyway, they trumped up charges on him, saying that he was part of a military coup, that he had weapons, and he was some type of terrorist trying to take over their Muslim nation. You know, you go to Turkey, the Christians are ostracized. The Christians are treated like garbage, okay? All throughout the Middle East. Many of the Muslims they're Christians. They just can't say anything because they will either get beheaded or something crazy like that. This Turkish government, Edrogan, the president of Turkey, is working hand in hand with ISIS and also Clinton and Barack Obama. And I'm going to get into this. It's all a shell game. These people hate Christians, hate them with a passion. We need to, as Christians in this country, stand up and demand that this man be let free. Demand for it. Raise public awareness. Get him on news stations throughout the whole country. Pressure the administration to do something about it. You're already going to war with these guys. You're already going to war with them. Wipe them out, if that's the case, right? That's what you would seem like that. That's just, I mean, these people are animals. So there needs to be some type of agreement or war effort or something to get this man out of prison. Now, it's not just this man. There's tons of these people all over the place. Tons of them. His website, BeHeardProject.com. Andrew Brunson, an American Christian pastor imprisoned in Turkey. They have a petition. People can go sign the petition. Great website. A Christian pastor in Turkey was basically arrested on false charges, and it's very serious. He could face prison for the rest of his life, right? Take action. You can sign. You can donate. You can share the website with people. I'm going to put this in the link in the video description. So what's this talk that, you know, Turkey's a malevolent, very malevolent president who wants to work with Americans, and, you know, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. One side of their mouth is, oh, we love you. We want to work with you. We need to get ISIS out of here. But on the flip side of it, where the money is concerned, they don't care. They let the terrorists, they're terrorists themselves, right? They work with ISIS. And people will go, wait, that's not what CNN says. Well, I'm going to show you right now, okay? A whistleblower exposes how NATO's leading ally is arming and funding ISIS. I am the police chief who was asked to guard ISIS terrorists. Turkey's intelligence chief Hakan Fidan, named as member of the terror group linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIS. Turkish intelligence directly supplied military aid to ISIS for years. Turkish government siphoned military supplies to ISIS through humanitarian relief agencies. ISIS oil is sold with complicity of authorities in Turkey and Kurdish region of northern Iraq. NATO affirms Turkey's role as an ally in the war on ISIS. A former senior counterterrorism official in Turkey has blown the whistle on President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's deliberate sponsorship of the Islamic State ISIS as a geopolitical tool to expand Turkey's regional influence and sideline his political opponents at home. The Quran is specific. They will lie. They will lie about, they don't care. They'll lie about anything. As long as you're lying to the enemy. And that's what Turkey's president is doing. He's lying to you guys. He's lying to Americans when he's saying, help us fight ISIS. They're helping fund ISIS. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton dropped $400 million in different currencies, cash, in Iran. Okay? We have domestic and foreign terrorists that are trying to destroy America from within. And this American pastor, I hope that he is used not only to get him out of prison, but to raise awareness that other Christians are being imprisoned and beheaded, and they need to have a sanctuary. They need to come to America, bring him back home, and use him as raising awareness that, hey, listen, there are filthy presidents and filthy human beings out there that are talking out of both sides of their mouths. And if they're Muslim and they have any ties to contributing to ISIS, taking over the land, or causing chaos, they're the enemy, and take them out. King David did not wait for his people to be exiled. He didn't wait for his people to be destroyed. He didn't wait for any of that. When David had to go to war, he went to war and he wiped the enemy out. He gave, the Christian thing to do is not just kill them off. Okay, if they're Christian and they want to get out of that system, lots of Muslims want to be Christians. They're just afraid. Bring them here. Okay, bring them here and let them become an American. Okay, but those filthy animals that are just beheading people, I mean, it's so disgusting, the videos you see. They kill Christians. They need to be taken out. I'm sorry. I'm not a violent person, but they need to die. Turkey is supporting ISIS, Daesh in Mosul and Raqqa. Earlier this month, the Turkish parliament unilaterally and without authorization from the Iraq or Syrian government prolonged the authorization of the deployment of Turkish forces to Syria and Iraq for another year. And these forces work right alongside ISIS to suppress the people, to work hand in hand with ISIS. It's good cop, bad cop. Turkey, a NATO ally, continues to accuse the U.S. of supporting ISIS. So I'm going to be honest with you. Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama created ISIS. They created a funnel, and ISIS was a bastardized version. Well, it's not even a bastardized version. It's just a different version of Al-Qaeda. And I'm not even going to get into Al-Qaeda and how we funded Al-Qaeda to go against Russia, and that now, now they're going up against us. It's a spy versus spy game. I'm not even going to get into all that stuff. The essence of the matter is that we did create ISIS by being weak and letting them dictate to us how we're going to run our country. And terrorists like Hillary Clinton, okay, domestic terrorists funneling money to other terrorist organizations to cause chaos. That way they can bring an order. It's crazy talking like this, but it's true, people. And so this guy's saying the U.S. is supporting ISIS. That's true, but it's not true. It's true because Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama did that, but we have a new president. His name's Donald Trump, and he vows to take them out. Okay? And so the American people know what's going on in politics now. They're waking up. And they want ISIS to be gone. And this Turkish president, he's just a fool, right? He's imprisoning this pastor. We need to do something about it. We need to help. And people will go, well, how can you do that? How do you know the Clinton campaign is tied to Turkey? Well, let's just look at it. The Clinton Foundation. Let's just go here. The Clinton Foundation paid to play behind wanted imam's asylum. This Muslim Turkish preacher was said by Edrogan, the president of Turkey, that he was actually the one that was trying to cause dissent in Turkey. He was the one behind the rebellion. Well, guess what? That pastor, the Turkish Muslim pastor, preacher, and billionaires in Turkey are actually giving money to the Hillary Clinton Foundation. And this next article I'm going to show you, the president of Turkey also was buying leeway, and he was buying favors from Hillary Clinton. So I'm going to tell you right now. So you got Hillary Clinton saying, hey, listen, you guys give me money, all these different foreign countries, these entities, you give me money, millions of dollars, and I will then give you favors, a pay-to-play scheme. I'll let you involved in what's going on in the government. I'll help you lobby laws against whatever laws that you guys want. If you guys don't want laws, I'll help you get weapons, okay? She's like a demon, a hardcore demon. She is selling this country out, or she was. I hope she's not anymore. I hope Trump and them are trying to do something about it. Clinton campaign was warned that Turkey's Edrogan was attempting to buy favor. She doesn't care. She loves it. She wants the millions. She wants that money. Podesta forwarded the email to Dennis Chang, who runs the campaign's fundraising operation. The email was posted online by WikiLeaks. The U.S. Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security was have accused Russia's senior-most officials of hacking and leaking the emails to influence the 2016 election. No, there was good people in government positions that ran a coup against these filthy animals that were trying to destroy America from within, and you guys got caught. And now Susan Rice has come out and said that she was part of tapping Trump's phone calls and providing a detailed database of what this president was doing. So you guys can dig up as much dirt as you could, and you couldn't do any of it. There's no information there. Dig up as much dirt as you can to try to discredit Trump and prop up Hillary Clinton so that she can win the presidency. It didn't happen that way. Thank God. This American pastor is very important, people. You need to raise the awareness on him and exactly who these people are. God is going to use him if we decide to stand up. God will use him to reveal all kinds of information. Let's get into the videos. Here is Jay Sekulow talking about this American pastor and how we need to help him out. Now, I'm going to say something. I have a past with, well, anyway, in due time, I'll talk to you guys about it. But I help out things. I do things like this in a lot of ways behind the scenes, helping people get out of binds, helping people. Part of our ministry will launch. It's called Christian Uprising, and it'll deal with this kind of stuff. I can't get into it right now because I want to have all my dominoes set before I launch that. But what Jay Sekulow is doing right here, he's talking about this American pastor who needs help, and I want to be able to help tons of these people in the future.
Ministering for over 23 years in Turkey without any issues. He has now been picked up on charges and has been jailed, charged with membership in an armed terrorist organization, which, as Jordan will say in a moment, is basically just a cover. Turkey, of course, has become an Islamist regime. He ran a church as a pastor. As I said, he's ministered there for 23 years. He's a U.S. citizen from Black Mountain, North Carolina. We are now representing him and his family. We've got international diplomacy on the ground, but this is a Christian pastor that is basically, Jordan, these are, as always with these situations, trumped-up charges. It's usually national security. They're a little bit more specific here. What's your sense?
Well, since the coup in Turkey and the attempted coup in Turkey, you've seen the government crack down even more, bringing charges like this against various citizens. The difference in this situation was that initially the pastor was scheduled to be deported, and he was going to be sent out of the country with his wife, just deported out after 23 years serving people in Turkey. Now, once that changed, though, his wife was let out and was going to be go through the normal process. That changed. He then was held in a deportation facility for 2 months. Right. So not in a prison with no criminal charges against him, just deported. His visa wasn't renewed. Time for you to go. This was pretty common after that failed coup attempt in Turkey, as Erdogan has increased his pressure on everyone, including foreigners.
So Jay Sekulow is going to try to get this guy to prison. He's working with U.S. consulates and the State Department to do this. Now, I want to talk about how it all ties in with Hillary Clinton and this Turkish president and how they're liars and they're trying to bring America down and they're doing everything they can to try to make us look bad. I hope that the letter that this pastor wrote to christiannews.net or to Jay Sekulow that said, hey, listen, help get me out, put whatever sanctions you can on Turkey, don't give in to any of their demands. I hope that that's a real letter from him. Now, here's what they're going to be doing. The Turkish president is going to be using him in a way that, we're going to keep holding him in prison. We're not going to give the State Department any leeway. We're not going to talk about the issue. We're going to tell them, hey, we're not going to give this prisoner away to you guys. You need to deal with it. And they're going to try to make the Trump administration look bad. That's what this whole thing's about. They're using him as a prisoner to make the administration and Americans look bad, like they don't care for their own. Okay? And this last video I'm going to show you ties it all in together. A Haitian president talks about how at a Trump rally, talks about how Hillary Clinton literally raped and pillaged that country. They used a natural disaster as a fundraiser to say, "Oh, look at Haiti! Look at Haiti! Oh, it's so terrible what's happening over there. Give us the money, and my Clinton Foundation will help get the country back in order and put together again." And she used that as a fundraiser and took all the money, and caused even more destruction in that country. These people are filthy animals.
Clinton wanted to buy me out. And I remember that I was hitting very hard on several fronts. Today Show, Good Morning America, and once I was in Nightline with Senator.
So the president the president is talking about how the mainstream media was used to destroy him and the truth of what he was saying about Hillary Clinton. The American media was being used. The Today Show, the NBC Nightly News, all this stuff, all these networks that Hillary Clinton literally pays, okay? She's got some type of connection with them through the DNC, through her foundation, gives them tons of money and uses them as a propaganda tool. And they used those networks to go after this president who was trying to speak the truth about who Hillary Clinton really was. A swindler.
He sent me Bill Richardson, who was actually congressman at that time. And I spent 4 hours with Bill Richardson in my office in Port-au-Prince, explaining to him how they should not invade Haiti and how this was a bad idea to return Aristide to power. And I even mentioned that President Reagan in 1986 had sent one airplane to pick up Duvalier. I said, that's the way to do it. You want to get rid of those generals? Send an airplane. I will help them into that airplane. So we spent 4 hours. I discussed it with Bill Richardson because I said to Bill, him over. He came, did not give me his name, but told me, Mr. Century, you join our movement. You side with Bill Clinton in this invasion and we'll make you the richest man in Haiti. I said, sir, tell President Clinton for me Bernard Century is not for sale. I have principle and I love my country. A week later, by executive order, Clinton revoked my visa. I was then a resident of the United States. I am now a citizen of the United States. And this is how it's been in Haiti. The Clinton, when they, after the invasion, they started a cellular company called Fusion International.
It goes, guys, I'm going to end this. This is crazy. Are you listening to this? They create shell philanthropist company. They create fake 501c3s. They create shell companies. All of the money, they have so much political power. They're called plutocratic socialists, okay? They use the system, the capitalistic system, and then they create all these different shell companies around their foundations to hold people down. It's monopoly men that use socialism to take everybody down and hold them down. And then they use these different powers and these different structures to consolidate power and to destroy different countries. And it's just a war game to them. And they're using this American pastor as a war game. They're using him as a tool to make the new administration look bad, to see what are they going to do. If they go to war with us, the American people won't like it. If he doesn't do anything about it, he doesn't get the American pastor out, people aren't going to like him. Okay? Raise awareness right now, people. It's your job. Go to, what's the website? BeHeardProject.com. BeHeardProject.com. Andrew Brunson, American pastor. Now, oh my goodness. Oh, if people, okay, I got Kent Hovind out of prison. Okay? I helped get him out of prison. If I could put all of my efforts into stuff like this, oh, we could do great things. All right? I'm counting on you guys to pick up the ball and run with it. Okay? I wish I could pour all my stuff into this guy, and I'm going to do the best I can. He needs to be used by God. God is allowing him to be used in a way that's magnificent if we could do it. If people will work hard and expose the truth and rally support. Some people aren't what they seem to be, okay? And I don't know why God let Kent Hovind get out of prison, but I'm sure people will figure out who he really is. And I have my own reservations, and at some point I might talk about it, okay? But this guy is the real deal, okay? He's a political prisoner in Turkey, a Muslim nation. These are the heroes, not somebody that says that he's a martyr or this, that, and the other. They're liars, okay? But this guy's the real deal. He's in a Muslim nation. He literally put his life on the line. In America, you have the freedom to be able to do great things and to talk and use freedom of speech and this, that, and the other. This guy didn't. He was biding his time. He was waiting. God was using him as a ticking time clock for this type of scenario right here, right now. And he needs our help.